I'm here with Ezra Gilmore, and he is a multi-talented singer and actor hailing from the San Francisco Bay Area. He first rose to fame as a standout member of the international band Menudo, revived by Mario Lopez, making history as the first Afro-Latino to join the iconic group with charisma, vocal power, and a magnetic stage presence. Ezra quickly captured fans around the world. Now slipping into the spotlight as a solo artist and rising actor, Ezra is carving out his own lane with fresh music and dynamic performances. Follow his journey. We'll have him tagged. His Instagram at Ezra Gilmore Official and TikTok at Ezra.Gilmore.official. Alrighty. So, get into these questions. So you are a singer, actor, and former Menudo member. What drew you to music and acting, and how did your journey begin?
I started on my musical journey when I was 4 years old. I did a little dance routine at my aunt's wedding, and since then, I knew this is just what I wanted to do with my life. I did a lot of musical theater growing up. I did dozens and dozens of shows. And then when I turned 10, on my birthday, I got signed to a talent agency, which is the best birthday gift any kid could have. It's just the best. I did a lot of acting with that. And then when I turned 12, I actually was chosen to join the boy band Menudo, and I got to travel around the world. I got to perform on America's Got Talent, and just one of the best experiences of my life.
So how did the audition process go when you were auditioning for Menudo?
Well, it was a lot. So first, we had to do a couple virtual rounds, which they had to send in some singing, a couple rounds of that, and then they had a bunch of auditions in person. I think the three were Puerto Rico, Mexico, and then Florida, Miami, which is where I went. And actually, all the members that were in the group, when I was there, actually, we all met there and we all auditioned in the same place. And then, of course, a couple last minute audition, like finalizing who they wanted to choose. And then we just all met up. We went to this little play place to kind of all meet, like officially as the group for the first time. And it was really fun.
Wow, they hit the jackpot in Miami, huh? That's really
Yes.
cool. So what influences in your life have shaped your career the most?
Well, my main three, which first would be my personal influences, which would have to be my mom, because she put everything on the line for me every day. She helps me through everything. She's the best momager on the planet. So she's just my biggest personal influence. Musical, I would have to say Bruno Mars because one, he's just Bruno Mars. I love his music. I actually met him when I was younger. My dance routine I did at my aunt's wedding happened to be a Bruno Mars song too. So just I've grown up loving him and I still love him as a musical artist. And then my cultural influences would have to be, as you said, I'm the first Afro-Latino member of Menudo. And, I love representing my culture in everything I do. I love mixing a little bit of hip hop, R&B, Latino beats, and this kind of shaped the way that I've become an artist.
That's super awesome. And what risk have you taken that changed the trajectory of your career?
Well, the main two, which I would wrap into one kind of, would be the jumps between my stages in my lives. For example, the jump between going to school and, doing auditions on the side, doing musical theater. And I jumped, left school, joined a boy band, traveled all across the country, different countries, yeah, and just traveled around the world. And that was such a big change, but best experience of my life, of course. And then the switch between, being in a boy band, I had to leave the group due to family reasons, and, becoming a solo artist because I still wanted to continue on this journey. And I'm based in Miami right now, but I still travel to LA all the time. I record music over there. I record with other influencers, and so amazing. I love my life.
That's so awesome. Do you still act a little bit, or do you miss when you used to go to those acting auditions?
Well, no, I still do acting. I recorded on a show called Brat TV. It's like a YouTube web series.
Oh,
I have a couple of stuff with them coming out soon, and I still have a manager. I still do acting auditions, so I'm still in the acting world too.
yeah. Well, that's awesome. I love that. Acting's really cool. And what do you think is the best advice to give to other kids who want to be entertainers, especially when things get tough or they get told no a lot? This is our Risk Takers podcast. So, what is that advice to give to people who want to take risks the way you did?
Well, my favorite way of putting it, this is the quote that I use in my daily life. Not quote, but kind of the little story. Michael Jordan didn't make his, varsity basketball team in his freshman year. He didn't make it. He made JV, but he got rejected. And if Michael Jordan, one of the greatest players in basketball history, got rejected and he still made it and became Michael Jordan, anyone could do it. My biggest motto is break down the walls. You have to push through. Sometimes you have to reject rejection, and you have to push through whatever challenges are in your way.
Wow, I did not know that. That's a really good motivator because you're right. Michael Jordan got it. Yeah, that's really cool. It looks like you have a lot of fun with your friends who are also entertainers, influencers, etc. How has this helped you when, trying to balance that normal life with your career?
Having a group of people, artists, influencers that are my age, that are in the same boat as me, is one of the funnest things. Because one, it's a group of people that understand. We share a bunch of the same experiences. We understand each other. And we understand like the journey to get there. But also you have a group of people that if you want to go to a party with, I know exactly who to bring. I know when the parties are. And it's a group of people just to have fun with. It's already a fun experience, but it makes it 10 times even more fun.
That's awesome. And since you've also kind of gone solo, do you still keep in contact with those friends that you have in the entertainment world?
Well, first, the boys in the group, I just saw a bunch of them. We went to one of our friends' EP's launch party, and I still talk to the little one who lives in New York, Nico. We just played Fortnite with each other yesterday, I think. So I still talk to all of them. I still see my influencer friends whenever I'm in LA. I know there's some down here in Florida. So I'm still in contact with everyone, and we're all still chill.
That's so awesome. Love that. Recently, you posted that you're working on something together with tkb.music. Can you share how that collaboration came about and what fans can expect or what you can say that they can expect?
Okay, so this is I love telling this story because it's just the most random thing, the most spontaneous thing ever. Basically what happened is TKB is the Kid Brothers. They're a group that's they were based out of Dallas, Texas. They just moved to LA. But what happened is back when I was in the group, they did a cover of our song Mi Amore out of the blue. There was just no rhyme, no reason. They just decided to do a cover of it. And then we kind of reached out over, social media, and I was like, wow, we liked your cover, really fun. I kept in contact with all of the boys. We still talk. And then when I was in LA last time I was there, they were like, yo, do you want to come to the studio and record a song? And we banged out a song, I think, in a couple hours. We ordered pizza, we started it from scratch, and it was amazing. I can't say too much about the song itself, but what I can say is that it's going to be awesome and it's going to be coming out in upcoming months.
Awesome. I'm sure that your fans are really excited about that. I know our Risk Key people are definitely going to be excited about that. Very cool. So, where do you see yourself creatively and personally over the next few years?
I want to keep doing what I'm doing right now. I feel like I'm living the best teenage experience that a teenager could possibly have right now. Just traveling, hanging out with fellow influencers. So I want to keep doing that. I want to keep doing social media because it's opened a bunch of doors for me. I get to go to events that I normally wouldn't have. And I just love being an influencer. I want to keep doing music. I want to, keep making amazing songs. I want to learn how to produce my own music because when I was in the group, we would have producers that would kind of show us a little bit, but we never got to, produce it. And I want to fully learn how to do it. I'm taking classes and I'm learning how to, do that. And then of course I want to keep acting. Acting, that's kind of what brought me that kind of drew me in the musical theater aspect. I always loved acting. I love doing commercials. I love doing shows. So I want to definitely keep acting. I want to do bigger TV shows. I want to do movies. I want to keep doing web series. I want to do it all.
That's awesome. Do you have like a dream show that you would like to guest star on?
Not in particular. I definitely want to do like a comedy sitcom.
Oh,
Something that with a laugh track. I want shebang.
okay, I feel that. I love that. I always said if I was going to guest star on a show, it'd be Law and Order SVU I just
Oh,
feel like
that's a
everybody
good one.
does.
Well, the little one, the little boy in the group who was talking about Nico,
Yeah,
who he was in the boy band with me. He was actually on Law because he was an actor first too. So he guest starred on Law and Order SVU. So he brings that up whenever, and you just reminded me of that.
that is such a flex, though. 'Cause, I mean, everyone does it. Like, it's kind of like a rite of passage in the acting world. What is a goal you like to tick off in the next year?
Well, I have two. One, by the end of this year, I would like to hit 50K on my social media, TikTok. Make sure to go follow me, Ezra.Gilmore.official. I want to hit 50K. What can I say? Have to plug it. But also in the next year, I want to release an EP. And because I've done a couple singles, but I want to keep going. You know, you have to keep going up, you have to do more, and then eventually an album. So I just want to keep improving.
That's awesome. I love that. If you could be any cake flavor, what do you think you'd be?
Oh, this is good. Okay. Cake flavor that I would be, I don't know, something about like red velvet speaks to me, you know? You know, silky smooth, like I don't know. That just it just feels like me.
I
Feels
love
like
that.
home.